Bows started the night, fourth from bottom and badly in need of the points. Drogheda had already collected 3 wins away from home this term. They were pushing the teams at the top. Tony O'Donoghue brings us this report.
An early opportunity for Bohemians. Keith Ward floated a ball to the far post on 5 minutes. And with that evening Dalymount sunshine, it could well have been tricky for Drogheda to defend. Luke Byrne's header looping over the goal. Drogheda were beaten by Sligo last time out, their second defeat so far, and were determined to regain their early season form. Declan O'Brien making a nuisance of himself deep in Bohemians territory. Remarkably, Mick Cook's Drogheda came into this game with no injuries and no suspensions, and with a healthy competition for places, the visitors soon fashioned another chance. Peter Hynes finding Fabio, his early strike, the cause of much concern. Somewhat against the run of play, Bohemians took the lead. A Keith Ward corner played short to Keith Buckley. His attempted centre deflected into the path of Ryan McEvoy, who volleyed it through a cluster of bodies for the opening goal of the game. The goal timed at 37 minutes. Drogheda, though, quick to respond and resumed the pressure on the home goal, this time earning a corner for their efforts. Eric Foley was the man charged with delivering the set piece, and when the ball was only half cleared from under the crossbar, Alan McNally struck a sweet shot through a crowded goalmouth for a 40th minute equaliser. Drogheda continued their dominance after the break. Substitute Paul Crowley showing good initiative and great feet before curling this one past the Gypsy defence and almost inside the upright. That's the official kick-off time in Phibsborough, but on Friday we think the clock stood still like the Drogheda defenders as this corner headed goalwards by Luke Byrne had to be tipped away by Gabriel Sava. Mick Cook off the hook. No question though, his Drogheda side played the better passing game, with 1 and 2 touches spreading the play and moving with purpose off the ball. At the end of this move, Bohemians happy to concede the corner. And Drogheda continued to dominate possession as the clock ran down. Bohemians with 9 men behind the ball. Eventually, Gavin Brennan had a shot from range that flew well over the target. And so at the final whistle, Bohemians, without their injured captain Owen Heary, may be slightly happier with the point than the visitors Drogheda.
To be fair, once we got the opening goal, we settled down a bit. But within 3 or 4 minutes, we conceded from a corner, which is disappointing. So from that end of it, to give away a goal like that is poor. But I think overall the 1-1 draw is a fair result.
I thought Bows were the better side when they took the lead. I thought if they get to half-time, we were going to struggle in the second half. So lucky enough, Alan McNally equalised, and I felt going in 1-1 at half-time. So if we could get in the ascending and get an early goal, that we'd push on. But in fairness, with the first 10 minutes, I think 15 minutes, I thought we should have got something. But in the last third of the park, we've done nothing.
Yeah, 2 managers there in agreement. I think that a draw was probably a fair result. Liam, will they see that as a point gained or 2 dropped, both teams?
I'm sure Aaron will be looking at that game here thinking this is a good chance to get 3 points, especially when they went the goal up, trying to hold it up, because defensively they haven't been too bad, they've been solid enough, but Drogheda have been a surprise package in the first stage of the season, and Mick Cook he's got a good side. I've seen them playing against Derry a few weeks back, and coming back, but as he said himself, he thought Bows were the better team, and he's happy enough with the points.
Ryan McEvoy, Colm, he's scored a couple of great goals this season, scored another great one the other night, although maybe could the goalkeeper have done a little bit better with this one, Sava, do you think?
I think he's a little bit unsighted from it, really. It's all down to technique, really. You can see here, this is his goal against Mahon, absolutely fantastic.
Can't blame the keeper for that one.
Can't blame him for that. No, it's extremely difficult to catch a ball as well as that. Here's another one, maybe doesn't hit it as well, but it's still quite a good strike. And here's his goal there the other night. Fantastic technique. I think the goalkeeper was a little bit unsighted, probably didn't see it late, but it's all down to the quality of contact that he gets, and he definitely seems to have that in his locker.
And it's important for Bows because they were struggling for goals, so they need somebody like that to chip in with a few.
Yeah, just technically looks just a lovely strike at the bottom. I'm surprised you asked Colm to talk about technique from a centre half. But
when I'm sitting beside Liam Coyle, one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but it's natural. Even there, he just picked up the flight of the ball so quickly. Actually took a step away from the ball, give himself enough time to make that kind of connection. And always great to have someone like that in your side, because like I said, if you are struggling for goals, struggling to break teams down, get beyond teams, you're not getting that combination play maybe high up the pitch, you're not good enough to break people down. You got somebody who can just pick the ball up off you, take a stride forward and smash it into the top corner from 30 yards. That's absolutely invaluable.
Liam, obviously the teams have all played 11 games now, bar Monaghan, who play Derry tomorrow. But at this stage, they've all played each other. You were saying you think Drogheda are perhaps higher than you would have expected at the start of the season. From Bohemians' point of view, are they more or less where you might have expected?
Yeah, I seen them first game of the season. They played Derry at the Brandywell, and he just looked really light. And Aaron Callan had a young side, and he's trying to build it. So I'm sure getting the points he has so far, getting off the bottom, it's been a bonus for him. So I think at the minute, drawing with teams like Drogheda, drawing with teams like Pats is a work in progress for him.
I think their next 5 games are going to be big for them. I think everybody spotted at the start of the season that their opening 5 games were extremely difficult, and they struggled. I don't think they got any points from their first 5 games. I think they've managed to get 10 from their last 6. So that's what's made them. They're still obviously in danger, but they've crept up the league a little bit. Their next 5 are massive games for them. They need to maybe pick up more than what they picked up the last time if they're going to be safe this season.
It's time now for this week's Good, Bad and Ugly. We're going to start with a really good shot from John Mulroy and an equally good save from Peter Cherry at Oriel Park on Friday night. Now here we see an example of great tackling on the double from Bohemians' new signing Roy Keane. Actually it's Derek Pender, but you might have been fooled. There wasn't much for Shamrock Rovers fans to enjoy at the showgrounds, but Gary McCabe's fancy footwork was impressive to get away from the attentions of the opposition. Now, good first touch here from Bowes Keith Buckley, and then he falls over. Maybe the sun got in his eyes. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Drogheda's Brian Gannon gives us a demonstration here of how not to throw a ball in. And if there's such a thing as a phantom free kick, this is it. Referee Anthony Buttimer will be red-faced when he sees this free kick awarded against Bowes for looking at the goalkeeper. Now, Sean Byrne can't complain about his red card for the lunge on Mark Langtry at the UCD Bowl. Dane Massey's foul on Dundalk Stephen MacDonald doesn't look great when you analyse it, or maybe even when you don't analyse it. And if push equals red card, maybe we should have seen 2 flashed here by the referee. Alan Keane made a miraculous recovery, we're glad to report.